Sorry, I'm yawning. I'm like, hello. Oh, I don't have no sense. You got to excuse me.
No, you're good.
Hey, hello, and welcome to another episode of Soul Sessions. I am your host, Miss J. Cole, and back there we got Stan the man running everything else. Hey, Stan.
What up, though?
And we have Rob Lucci.
Hello, hello, hello.
How you doing?
Man, I'm doing so good. I'm
Good.
doing so good. It's been a really good past couple of weeks.
Good.
Yeah. How are you
That's
doing?
nice. Pretty good. It's been a day.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's been a day, but we are here.
We're here.
And
Decompress.
Yes. I've been waiting for this time to come around, so yeah.
Well, there we go. We're here.
Decompression time. Yes, we are. So, why don't you tell me about yourself?
Yeah. So, like she said, my name is Rob Lucci. I try to do as much as I can. So I'm a musician, director, songwriter, producer, kind of have my hands like in a bunch of things. But first and foremost, producer and musician. That's kind of what I take the most pride in, everything I do. Mm-hmm. New to Arizona, moved here about a year and a half ago, probably about to the date. From Anchorage, Alaska, so the climate change is a complete 180 from what I'm used to.
I was going to ask about that.
I'm a big fan. I like it. Like the 130 degrees, sign me up. I'm here for it. Mm-hmm. So been here not too long, and now I'm just trying to, get as involved in the culture as much as I can. I've seen that Arizona, and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, of course, but being an outsider looking in, that the scene here is really niche, especially like hip hop and R&B scene. It's niche, but it's like concentrated. So if you know where to look, it's flourishing, but you have to know where to look to get there. And that's kind of the journey I'm on right now, is finding it and kind of trying to get involved with it as much as I can in any regard, in any capacity.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, you're right about that. And as a lot of people from other places are coming to Arizona.
Yeah.
So Arizona is becoming the melting pot. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of different niches and everything. Speaking of that, what is your genre?
Man, it kind of just depends upon I call them like little eras I'm into, based upon like an album rollout. So I kind of can do just about anything, but where I really try to lean into the most is this Y2K inspired R&B, hip hop, kind of early 2000s rap is where I try to lean into the most. But I do like to do, some Travis Scott inspired drill music, trap music, things like that. But currently it's more of the softer, poppier kind of throwback rap songs.
Yes, I noticed that from listening to some of your songs and your new single, as well as I listened to Babylon, the new album, and I see there's a difference.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of the drill going on. It was drill. I knew it. I was trying to find the name earlier. I was like, it's that. It's the drill style.
I get in trouble for using the word drill from like other producers, because technically it's not drill, but like people think of drill as New York drill, but drill is like, it kind of started in Chicago, and the type of music I make is that inspiration. So I don't know, it kind of took on new life, but it is drill trap. It's all the same thing.
Yes, I kept saying, it's that New York style. And he's like, and that's not in New York. I go, but it is. It's called. Yeah. So
there you go.
My son would call it New York drill. So,
yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That's what he would call it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I can tell where, that's a different sound from some of the other stuff that you have.
Yeah.
So I did take a listen to that.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it. I like both. I like the both extremes because I feel like your music takes you through different journeys.
That's kind of what it is. Different journeys or different like chapters of how I'm feeling at that moment. So it's weird because I made that Babylon project before I moved, and I was in a completely different environment, completely different headspace. So then when it was time to roll that out, I almost didn't want to do it because I just wasn't there anymore. That chapter kind of closed.
Yeah.
But my producer was on me just every day, like, put it out. So got it out there. But yeah, the more lighthearted stuff, I think, is just there's just a better energy to put out there, you know, rather than just a darker, moodier stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that. So you write,
Yeah.
you produce,
Yes, ma'am.
you're a videographer,
Yeah.
you're a producer. Did I say that? I said that.
Yeah,
already.
well, we can double back to it. Okay. We
Okay.
can double down on it.
All of that. So you're like a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
You do it all.
Yeah.
Out of everything that you do, what do you like most?
I think it's really like a mood thing.
Okay.
Like I wake up and I'm like, I need to shoot something today. I don't care what it is, I need to shoot something. Or then come the afternoon, I'm like, I really need to make this beat. So it kind of just depends on what I'm feeling like doing creatively.
Yeah.
But I would say the most fun I get is shooting high concept videos for sure. Shooting something with a little bit more substance or style to it, heavily inspired by, you know, older films from 70s, 80s, 90s. That's kind of where I get the most joy. But recently, I don't know if, I think live performances could probably be its own little category. I used to hate them, but recently I'm like addicted to them. They're so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that I finally got like that shyness out the way, that's probably been the most enjoyment I've been getting right now.
Yes.
It's been doing the live shows for sure.
Yes. Speaking of live shows, you did, there was I saw it. You had a tour, there was a tour. I can't remember the name, to be honest with you.
No, and it's okay.
Okay.
Most recent one?
The recent one.
Yeah, so that wasn't
okay.
my tour. It wasn't my tour.
It wasn't your tour?
No.
Okay.
It was, unfortunately, I don't remember the company's name, but I'll make sure to like comment it on the video.
Yeah.
But yeah, they hit me up. They hit up a bunch of local artists from here to open for this main act.
Okay.
Put us all together in a group chat, and then we performed in not too far from here actually. I don't know the crossroads, but in Phoenix, and it was good. It was a fun experience for sure.
You were a performer though, for sure.
Yeah.
So that part I saw.
That part we did get.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, and so when you are on stage and you're performing, what is that rush? What is that feeling that you get?
I don't think I get a feeling anymore. I do this thing 'cause I have a background in theater and stage production and like comedy and stuff like that. So being on a stage is nothing to me anymore.
Oh, good.
So I kind of just take all feelings and just put them aside. And what I'm focusing on is making sure that this person who needs everyone on stage to prove something to them leaves like having a great time.
Yeah.
So that's what I focus on the most. So I guess the feeling is just the want to put on a great show for everybody there, and they leave having a great time. I don't like the shows where, especially at a smaller scale, right? Everybody has like really short sets, so there's no time for the audience to really know you or like vibe to your music fully.
Yeah.
And a lot of those sets turn into just yelling for 2 hours. You know, rappers, everyone's hyped, just yelling at the audience, screaming at them, and that is cool. But it's also, if it's just up here the whole time, it gets draining.
Yes.
So I try to bring in something a little bit different, a little bit more levity, a little bit more fun, kind of make it like a party.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, just that is kind of the feeling and the goal whenever I'm on stage.
I get that. Okay. All right. And then, and you write. So when you write songs, do you have a certain preparation step that you go through? It still goes with feeling, and you know, does it take you 6 months to write, or does it take you 10 minutes?
Oh man, I wish there was like a interesting answer. Like yeah, I sit in a room, light candles, do that sometimes. But for my writing for myself, there is no writing.
Okay.
I am not the type of person who could write to beats all day and then go home with that same energy I had when I was writing it and deliver it the same.
Right.
Can't do it.
Okay.
It's all on feeling. I gotta wake up or get home and either have a beat in mind or have a beat pack sent to me or something, and I won't even write to it, but I know like that beat I'm gonna mess with later on. I won't do anything with it until I get in front of the microphone, so then I can kind of puzzle piece the ideas together. Kind of because my background in being an audio engineer for studios, I kind of just get what a song should be. I get how a song should flow and sound. So writing it just takes up too much time for me, where I could just sit down, piece everything together, freestyle it, and then see what works and what doesn't, and then go from there. And I give a song like 5-10 minutes. If a song isn't flowing in 10 minutes, I know I'm not going to get it right now.
Okay.
So I just leave it and then go to something else.
All right, and then you come back to it later.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Sometimes.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I get that. I get
Yeah,
that. I don't write songs.
Yeah.
I do dabble in poetry a little bit.
Okay.
So I do that. I'll write and then I'll stop and put it away. And just like you said, sometimes I will never look at it again because it just doesn't go right.
Yeah.
Other times it'll be like, hey, let me see if I can finish this.
Yeah.
So I get that.
For your poetry, do you perform it live as well, or do you just write it for yourself?
I write it for myself.
love
I do
that.
not perform it
And
at
you
all.
know what? I'm here for that. I'm here for that. It's
I
beautiful.
don't. Yeah. Thank you. As much as I am in front of people and cameras and everything, there are two things that I do not do. Sing in front of people
Love that.
and share my poetry.
That's
I
fair.
just keep it to
That's
myself.
fair.
Every once in a while, I might put something online, but I do photography too, so sometimes the pictures might move me to write something.
Okay.
So I want to get to the point to where I might have a picture
Yeah.
and then write.
That's,
And I might post it.
that's
I
nice. Like
did
as a
one
caption on it
before.
or something? Or That's nice. I like
Yeah.
that. That's cool.
So the art and the photography, they go together.
Yeah.
So yeah, I write a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, I have so many hats right now. It takes me a while, but when I really sit there and just, with my glass of wine and just chill, I'll write a little bit.
That's nice. I feel like performing poetry to an audience is way harder than doing music for an audience, because you still have like the beat and everything to fall back on, and then with poetry, it's just kind of you. Like it feels very, very vulnerable. So that's something I would never do it.
Yeah.
But I have so much respect for people who can, for sure.
Yeah, me too, because I couldn't.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Like I'll say it in my head,
Yeah.
like, or in my room, like I'm doing spoken word, and I'll write it down, and that's as far as it goes.
Hey, if that's all it has to be, that's all it got to be,
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's nice.
Exactly. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, what else was I gonna ask you? What do you have? Like, what's? Before I ask that, we're gonna rewind. Okay. So, Soul Sessions is about. It's about music, of course. It's about your journey. So I call it a soul session because everyone has a story. Everyone has something that happened within their soul, to lead them into whatever their journey is or whatever, your dreams are to accomplish them. So what was that turning point in your life where you decided this is what I want to do?
I feel like it was a bunch of little things that kind of led up to the the precipice of whatever that moment was. But I know the day that it happened for sure was I was back home in Alaska, and I helped manage a studio back home, and I was a producer and an A&R rep for a small team for a majority of my time. So I would do all the photo shoots and stuff like that. Loved it. I preferred being the background guy. I wanted to boost everybody up around me just so I could see them kind of be in the spotlight, and then that brought me so much happiness, right? But over time, the client base grew and grew and grew, and my cup got more and more empty. The return on the investment was less and less. Not to say that the people were bad clients or anything, but just my fulfillment diminished over time. And my older brother, he called me one day, and he just yelling at me, like just grilling me about not making my own music, because he knows I would write for a bunch. He knows I would write for a bunch of rappers. I would write for a bunch of singers. I'll produce everything. He's like, well, you can do it. Why don't you just do it for yourself? And I was like, well, I'm scared. I'm nervous. I don't think I really can. And he was like, go make a song tonight. Send it to me. And if you don't, blah, 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 blah. And I locked in, made my first song, and that weekend I knocked out my first project. Like that whole weekend it was done.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so that was really the moment that kind of fueled that. And then my best friend, his name's Chase, he is also an artist, a rapper, and I would produce for him. And he was the guy that was also always like, you need to do this, you need to do this. But I was like, no, I don't think it's for me, I don't think it's for me. And I sent him the project, and he called me, hype, and he was like, that's what I'm talking about, keep going. And he always says, like, once they told me I could start rapping, like, I never shut up. And every week I'm sending him new stuff,
Yeah.
just trying to get better and improve upon it. So that right there was for sure the moment that me kind of focusing on myself as an artist and my own act kind of formed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then since then it's just been pursuing that and trying to get that as best as I can.
Nice, nice. And how many years has it been now?
This is going on officially like year 2.5.
Okay.
Yeah. So I spent the majority of my first, maybe I started in 2021 with a bunch of other artists. That's when I was still producing for them. I think I dropped my first project in October 2021. So it's a little like 2 years, almost 3 years.
Yeah, you dropped a project every year.
I'm trying.
Since then.
Yeah,
I've noticed that. I was like, okay, consistency.
Yeah.
He dropped a project every year, so you're working on 2024?
2024 is already done.
Oh.
It's just, we're just rolling it out at this point.
2024 is already done.
We're rolling it out.
Yeah.
I'd like to bulk make everything.
Yeah.
And so it's weird. I'll like wake up or I'll be at the gym or something and it'll click for like what this project needs to be. And I know smaller artists making albums and EPs is stupid because just the market we're in, it's all about singles and putting them out. But I just love creating a story or a world. It's my favorite thing. And so an idea will come with me, click, and then I'll basically map out exactly how the album should go within like an hour, and then just start making everything I need it to be. And for these projects for this year, that's what I did. And they're really fun. I'm excited for them.
Good. I'm excited too. Because the other ones were good. So I'm like, all right. And I was even talking to Stan. I was like, he's released something every year. I wonder if he got something going for 20. He already working on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said probably. So
Okay.
you were right. You were right.
I'm always right.
There you go. Sort of. Anyhow.
Not this. Sort of is crazy.
So, you have that. You have 2024 done. What else do you have for you?
Right now it's just a matter of kind of getting all my ducks in a row. So the main projects are done. Those are locked and loaded, good to go. Basically everything I need to do for them. I got the singles, I got the video treatments done. Everything's good. Now it's just a matter of execution and iterating the rollouts, because it's still kind of just a one-man army. I have small people around me, like some advisors on the marketing front, things like that. However, it's still kind of me taking on playing everything, right? Being the A&R, being the manager. So it's just figuring out what's the best way to get my product to the most eyes, to the most ears, to the most people. So right now it's just networking and collaborating with as many people as I can. Since the albums are done, it's really just doing features or beats for people. And along with that, it's just doing as many shows as I can. Open mics, anything. Just because I need to see what's playing and hitting and what's not.
Right.
And I need to get that practice, those reps in, you know. Because if you can do the small stages with 10 people, you can easily do the big arenas and everything with everybody else in there. But those smaller ones with 10 people who are there to be impressed, they don't know you, those are way harder than people who are already there for you. So I try to do those as much as I can, because those are also the most scary for sure.
Good tactic. Good.
I agree.
You agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was back
it was
there like,
always the hardest, you know, when I'm somewhere new, a different state, especially in New York, there'll be about 50 people out there, you're looking like, all right, I gotta impress these 50 people, versus doing bigger stages, like when you're doing Joe Louis or something like that, there's thousands of people out there. You know, it's like, I don't know, at least about 400 to 500 people out there is for me, so I'm good. So I definitely understand.
Yeah, it's way the energy is different when when people are there for you, you're kind of starting here, and now it's just don't disappoint. But when it's people who don't know you, you're down here, and it's like, prove to me why I should care about you. So you got to fight your way up that hill, and it is. I think I notice a lot of musicians, respectfully, I feel like don't want to do that grind. Hip hop I could rant about this forever. The hip hop, the underground music scene is so weird to me. Yeah, this is about to be a tangent. If you can go on a tangent for a second.
Go ahead.
So like, for example, it's going to kind of be related, but not really.
Okay.
So like stand-up comedy, right? Underground stand-up comedy. Comics know you have to go to the small venues. You have to bomb. And you got to just take your jokes and make your set tighter and tighter, better and better. You got to do as many of those open mics as you can. And that community is it's, crabs in the barrel, everyone's trying to make it out. But I feel like it is more supportive, where these venues and these smaller bars are going to be giving you these open mic opportunities for free because you obviously have no money. You're not making money off of your profession you're trying to pursue. And I say that to relate it to specifically hip hop. The rap community, I feel like, is not that same type of energy. Like, you don't get the same type of open mic opportunities, especially for free. Like, you got to pay at least 50 to 100 for 5 minutes, and that is crazy. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
And I just feel like that, combined with people just wanting to fast track straight to the big stages, I just feel like once you get to the big stages, you're not prepared for it because you haven't done the smaller things. If it was like your jokes, you haven't tested out your sets. You haven't tested out what's going to hit, what's not going to hit. Because performing in your car to yourself, rapping in your living room is way different than rapping to an audience. Because they're gonna feel it way differently than you and your friends are. And I feel like a lot of people want to like just fast track that. But also, the door is being closed on a bunch of underground artists with those opportunities, and I feel like it just sucks. It sucks, yeah.
Yeah,
So I
true.
think about that all the time.
No, thank you. Thank you for the information and taking me through the journey, because I don't know. I have not been in that. So it's good to hear it and to just get your side and your take from it and everything. So we've talked about your journey, the soul session in life. You're producing, how you write songs, and quickly, what was your inspiration?
Just in general?
Like, who
creatively?
inspires you creatively? Yes.
Oh, man. I think it's a bunch of people, depending upon the avenue I'm kind of pursuing at that moment. Other musicians, for sure, inspire me every day.
Okay.
The new type of music coming out, the new sound. To be honest, and it's kind of a... Oh, God, I know a lot of people are going to hate hearing this. But it's seeing other rappers who are underground do better than me.
Okay.
It both irks me and it inspires the hell out of me. Because it's not on some... I could do what you're doing better, but it's like a race. Like, you just got the lead on me. Now what can I do to catch up? Okay, now I got the lead on you. What are you gonna do to catch up? And that kind of inspires growth and creativity. If you don't put yourself in rooms with people who are better than you, how are you gonna get better?
Can I high five you on that one?
Of course.
Thank
Cool.
you. Yeah, because
So-
I do the same thing.
Yeah.
With I model and I have the magazine and stuff like that. So I kind of do the same thing. I look and see what's going on, what's out there. Oh, this is creative. Okay, I'm gonna recreate this, but I'm gonna do it my own way, or I'm gonna do this to just keep that creativity and everything going. So I get it. So whether whoever hears you and don't like it, I can definitely understand that. So, I got two more questions, just two.
Throw 'em on.
All right. The first question is, if anyone is trying to find you, where would they find you? And I want you to look into that camera.
Got my camera right there?
Yep.
Yeah, so if you're looking for me, I'm everywhere, okay? If you want me on Instagram, it's not Rob Lucci Music, which would make sense, that's what it should be, but it's Lort Lightskin. There's a story behind it. It was in middle school, mistakes were made, and it just stuck. So Lort Lightskin on Instagram. However, if you type in Rob Lucci, ROB space LUCCI on any streaming service, YouTube, anywhere like that, you should be able to find me pretty easily. Those are my two main platforms of operation. So if you want to get a hold of me or you find my music, that's where you got to go.
Yes. And he has a link to everything. So when you find them on Instagram, there's a link. Everything's listed on Linktree. I think it's Linktree or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, all his links are there. You can find them. Yes. And my final question is, are you ready to go into the booth?
Yeah, I'm as ready as I'm going to be. I'm not going to lie to you. Like about 50%.
50%?
About 50%, yeah. My nose is still congested. So let me get some tissues and then we're up.
All right. And then you are performing Sweet Tooth?
We are doing Sweet Tooth, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. So we're about to listen to Sweet Tooth. I liked it. I hope you do. And the next thing you'll hear will be Sweet Tooth by Rob Lucci. Thank you so much.
You're gonna love it.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Damn. Yeah. You look way too good, too pretty, too fine. Too many inside and you one of a kind. Normally I'm shy, but I'm tryna go slide with you. Getting out the city, I'm booking to fly with you, yeah. Hey, go and talk your shit. She got a diamond on her tooth, tattoos of the city. 22, bedroom full of Hello Kitty. All these anime posters, she never misses a minute. I mean, hands around her denim, she laughing, I'm gonna take it off. Calling in the work in the morning, we gotta take it off. Iron Man, little baby, I'm tryna save them all. Get that, your shoulders, baby, just shake them off. So who you tryna front to? Yeah, drop it down on 1, 2. I got what you need if you want to, but I know you're too sweet for it, too sweet for it. Yeah, you too sweet. Yeah, you too, yeah, you too, yeah, you too sweet. Yeah, you too, damn, paint on, candy dripping, I mean it. Neon guts, and I'm tryna fly her to Venus. Take you out the city, out the world where no one can see it. She just trying to listen to the music come through all the, yeah, baby, play something. Just a little bit of rhythm with some bass jumping. Yeah, I'ma play something. Get the twist of my fingers up when I lace on it. And she from the west side, and her best friend come from Brooklyn. She just trying to hear that hood shit, but I made this one for you. So who you tryna front to? Yeah, drop it down on 1, 2. I got what you need if you want to, but I know you're too sweet for it, too sweet for it. Yeah, you too sweet. Yeah, you too, yeah, you too sweet. Yeah, you too, damn. Soul Sessions. Oh, that was fucking corny. Take that last part out or keep it. I mean, what is that fucking? God damn it! Fuck! For sure. Shit! Ugh.
That's a promo shit right there. We definitely using that shit. Hey, what's up? Thank you for joining us for another episode of Soul Sessions. I'm Stan Jones, the producer. This is Miss
J. Cole.
the host of Soul Sessions, and we had Rob Lucci on today, and he was
Fantastic.
he was amazing.
You need to pick another adjective
Adjective of what?
to a describing word. He was fantastic.
He was amazing. You know, I'm not about to go through it. Anyway, it was a great interview. His energy was good. He was very informative about his process and what he does and his music and everything. And it was, I liked it. I got to go back and watch it because I was more so trying to keep him in frame and everything. But just from what I heard, it makes me want to go back and watch it. So yeah, I liked him though. I liked his energy, his aura. It was pretty cool.
You should like it. He's a jack of all trades. Producer, songwriter, videographer, does his own videos, and just everything. And yes, the journey and his story, accomplishments, right on.
It was a good interview.
The song,
Rob Lucci. Make sure you check us out on Soul Sessions. Check out Rob Lucci. So it was a great interview. You know, Rob Lucci, you know what I'm saying? I'm Stan Jones again. This is Miss J. Cole. Don't forget to hit that like, that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications, and make sure you share it. And follow us on all platforms.
all platforms like this.
Soul Session Show on all platforms. On TikTok is soul.sessions.show, S-H-O. So make sure you follow us. We appreciate y'all joining us.
Y'all did.
Y'all have a blessed
See what
one.
I did there?
Peace.
Peace. Show.
Shut up.
Soul Session Show.